Every year, over 500,000 people flood the streets of one American city, dressed in pirate hats, throwing thousands of beads, partying from morning until night. But this isn't New Orleans, and it definitely isn't Mardi Gras. Welcome to Gasparilla, the legendary pirate festival that you've probably never heard of. Every January, just after the holiday lights come down and the New Year's resolutions start collapsing, something unusual begins brewing in Tampa, Florida. Bars stock up, hotels sell out, thousands of locals suddenly start wearing pirate hats. And by the time Gasparilla weekend hits, the city explodes into one of the largest street parties in the United States. A celebration so massive and so chaotic that people often call it Mardi Gras with pirates. But here's the weird part. Outside of Florida, almost nobody's ever heard of it. This is the story of Gasparilla, the Mardi Gras you didn't know existed. Imagine 500,000 people lining Tampa's waterfront. Imagine grown adults in boots and feathered hats yelling "ARG" at complete strangers. Imagine beads, tens of thousands of them, raining down. That's Gasparilla. Each January, Tampa holds a massive pirate invasion, followed by one of the longest parades in the country. Residents plan their whole year around it. Businesses shut down so employees can celebrate. Some parents even pull their kids out of school for the Gasparilla Children's Parade. Because in Tampa, Pirate Day is basically a regional holiday. But despite having crowds rivaling the Kentucky Derby and Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, most Americans have never heard of it. Gasparilla is a strange blend of Mardi Gras, bead throwing, tall ship theatrics, a giant neighborhood block party, a civic tradition going back 100 years, and a pirate theme so committed that you think Disney wrote it. It's unique, it's chaotic, and it's Tampa at its truest form. Mardi Gras is rooted in ancient Catholic tradition. Tied to the Lenten season, its origins go back centuries, with French, Creole, and Caribbean cultural influence blending into the New Orleans celebration we know today. Gasparilla, on the other hand, started in 1904 as a promotional idea by Tampa civic leaders, based on a pirate who, again, didn't actually exist. No religious connection, just a great story and an even better excuse for a parade. In short, Mardi Gras is ancient tradition. Gasparilla is homegrown folklore turned into a civil ritual. Mardi Gras is celebratory but spiritual, party-heavy but rich with music, Creole culture, food, and deep-rooted local traditions. Think jazz bands, king cake, ornate mass, and a heavy sense of history. Gasparilla is energetic, playful, sun-soaked, and pirate-coded. It's more about spectacle than symbolism, more about family fun than formality. Think cannons firing over the bay, neon beads, plastic swords, pirate ships, and Tampa's unique, organized chaos atmosphere. Every festival needs its founding story. For Gasparilla, that myth is the story of Jose Gaspar, a legendary pirate supposedly active during the late 1700s and early 1800s. According to this tale, Jose Gaspar was a disgraced Spanish nobleman who turned to piracy after a scandal at the royal court. He built a fleet, terrorized the Gulf of Mexico, hid his treasure along the Florida coast, and ruled from his secret island base, Gasparilla Island. He was handsome, he was ruthless, he was rich, he had a crew, he had treasure, he had everything you'd want in a good pirate story, except one thing: historical evidence. Historians have dug deep through the archives, naval logs, Spanish records, and they found absolutely nothing. Gaspar was most certainly made up, most likely by an early 1900s writer working for a railroad company to promote Florida tourism. But Tampa didn't care. The city embraced the legend like it was historical gospel. And so, Jose Gaspar, the pirate who never lived, became the heart of a festival that absolutely does. Turn the clock back to 1904. Tampa was booming thanks to cigar factories, phosphate shipping, and the railroad. But there was one problem. The city didn't have a big thing. No huge annual celebration, nothing that unified the community. So the newly formed Tampa Tribune, a group of civic leaders, asked, what if we created a festival? Something bold, something unique, something piratey. The idea clicked instantly. The first Gasparilla parade featured a local crew, a costume, semi-secret social club who staged a mock pirate takeover of the city. But they didn't have floats back then. The first pirates arrived on horseback and kidnapped the mayor as part of the show. People loved it, and with each passing year, the costumes got more elaborate. Then floats appeared, then cannons, then entire fake armadas, then an actual full-size pirate ship. Gasparilla evolved quickly from a quirky local parade into one of the most defining traditions in Tampa's identity. Here's where Gasparilla separates itself from every other parade in America. It begins with a full-scale pirate invasion. The centerpiece is the Jose Gasparilla, a 165-foot, fully functioning, steel-hulled tall ship, the only pirate ship of its kind used for a major festival anywhere in the world. Hundreds of pirates from the Ye Mystic crew board the ship dressed in full 18th century pirate regalia. They fire cannons. The ship sails into the harbor, escorted by hundreds of private boats in what becomes the largest annual boat gathering in Florida. The scene looks insane, like a Renaissance fair, and a naval parade had a very loud baby. As the pirates reach downtown, they demand the mayor surrender the city, and the mayor, every single year, gives them the key to Tampa. This is all treated with complete seriousness and, at the same time, also no seriousness at all. After the invasion, the pirates march ashore to begin the main event, the Gasparilla Parade of the Pirates. The Gasparilla Parade is a monster 4.5 miles long, usually taking about 3 to 4 hours to fully pass one point along the route. It features more than 100 floats, dozens of crews, marching bands from across the country, community groups, fire engines, local politicians, and yes, thousands of pirates. But the real star of the show? Beads. So many beads. Floats toss beads non-stop, millions of strands, along with coins, cups, collectible trinkets, and even plush toys. By the end of the day, the trees along Bayshore look like Christmas ornaments made with plastic necklaces. The atmosphere is wild but welcoming. You'll find families, college students, military members, retirees, snowbirds, tourists, and Tampa locals who've attended the event for 30 years straight. It's loud, colorful, and unapologetically chaotic, a perfect reflection of the city itself. Here's the part that most outsiders never realize. Gasparilla isn't a single weekend, it's an entire season. Starting in mid-January and stretching into March, you'll find the Gasparilla Children's Parade, a smaller alcohol-free parade for families with fireworks, kid-friendly floats, and safety patrol demonstrations. The Gasparilla Distance Classic, Tampa's biggest running event, which features a 5K, half marathon, and the famous Michelob Ultra Challenge, where runners complete all the races in one weekend. The Gasparilla Festival of the Arts, one of the top outdoor art festivals in the country. The Gasparilla Music Festival, a multi-day concert drawing major artists from rock, hip-hop, and indie scenes. And the Gasparilla Film Festival, an independent film showcase that attracts celebrities and emerging filmmakers. All of these events tie into Tampa's larger identity as a city that loves culture, creativity, and any excuse to celebrate. A festival that's been around since 1904 is bound to have a complicated history. Gasparilla has faced criticism and controversy over the years, especially regarding representation and inclusiveness. For decades, the main crew, Ye Mystic crew, was exclusive and lacked diversity. The city pressured the crew to diversify or lose its city sponsorship. The crew refused, and Gasparilla was canceled for the first time and only time in modern history. But that crisis forced change. New crews formed, membership opened, and more communities took part. And Gasparilla evolved into a broad, multicultural celebration reflecting Tampa's real population. The festival today is an enormous mix of backgrounds, ages, neighborhoods, and traditions, and the city is better for it. Gasparilla is more than a parade. It's more than a giant party. More than a strange excuse to get your own pirate coat. It's a celebration of Tampa's identity. Loud, diverse, creative, quirky, and a little rebellious. It shows how a city can take a made-up pirate story and turn it into a century-long tradition, how families, friends, and entire neighborhoods can bond over a shared festival, and how something that started as a PR stunt became a cultural cornerstone. If you want to experience Gasparilla for yourself, go early, bring a bag for beads, wear sunscreen, and maybe leave your nicest shoes at home, because they will get stepped on. But most importantly, come ready to have fun, because in Tampa, when the pirates land, everyone becomes a part of the story.